Well, good day to everybody. I pray everybody is having a very blessed day thus far. Well, I did start doing work here in the garden area where produce will be growing. I'm going to share this video with an individual on my LinkedIn profile. His name is Mr. Horner, Mr. Scott Horner. This man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh yeah, I'm actually giving him a shout out. Can you believe that? This guy has one of the most infectious smiles you can ever see from another person. I can't encourage you enough. View his profile. He is full of life and energy, and that makes complete sense considering he grows food or he helps out with produce, which is kind of like a giver of life. Anyways, I'm not making any sense. Continuing on, I went ahead and cleaned this up a little bit right here, and I'm going to clean this up today. All right here then as well. That's getting cleaned up. This tree right here, and I'm going to go ahead and do some research on it. I may have to go ahead after uploading this video, give you the species of this tree, but it's a volunteer. And the area of produce or individuals who have their own gardens, you will get volunteers, which are things that pop up in the garden you did not sow or you did not transplant into the garden itself. So continuing on, I'm going to clean up this right here. I got to watch out in this area, right past that little crate right there. Right there is some ants, and I got to take care of them. So we're going to throw in some diatomaceous earth. Look up diatomaceous earth. I'll put a link in the description below on where you can get it and where I got mine. That stuff is natural, and it will help get rid of ants and unwanted pests in the garden that are exoskeleton, because it goes ahead and causes these little tiny lacerations in their skeletal structure that causes them to dehydrate. So they spend most of their time trying to get water and moisture and not eating. And so it is a natural way of getting rid of them without chemicals. Again, I'll put it in the description below. So I'm going to trim this down. Again, back at this species, I've got to trim this up because this species of tree can grow up to 20 meters high. And I can't afford to have a tree that large in my backyard right now. So I got to make sure I keep it trimmed somewhat. And right now I think it's about, oh wow, it's easily 6 meters high right now. So that thing is getting way tall. So I need to trim off the top 3 right here. Let's see if I can go ahead and give you a closer look. Right there, and right there, those 3 need to be trimmed down so that way it stays at a satisfactory height, and it doesn't get too tall. And then of course trimming this, and then we're going to put down more coffee grounds. I learned something new, and I kind of didn't realize this. Now I know coffee grounds kind of deter pests such as these guys from leaving biological deposits because they don't like the smell of it. But mosquitoes don't like the smell of coffee grounds either. And if I remember correctly from what I read, coffee grounds have an antiseptic property to them. So that will help get rid of any unwanted bacteria that are in the garden. And again, I'll do some more research on it, and I'll share that with you guys in the future. But I did some weed eating right here. Clean that up. I cleaned that up. I cleaned all this up again. Here's that French ditch I mentioned in the last video. And I put some more coffee grounds down here. Now I'm going to attempt to go ahead and do this. Walking over here, look at all this shade. I've got to find some floral species of flower to put here because I'm not sure I have the seeds right now that will allow me to sow flowers here that don't mind copious amounts of shade. But I'm looking to do that because I want to put some really vibrant color this season in the garden. And so walking along here, and if you guys notice where I'm walking along these pathways right here, you saw where the area where I grow the produce, but the rest of this is being transformed into a forest, a food forest, if you will. And so the goal and the concept is to go ahead and have anything growing in here to be edible. And then the concept design is to be like that out of a fable or a fairy tale book. And I'm going to share another link in the description below as well as to what has always motivated me to want to go ahead and design a garden / food forest like this. because I love fables and stories such as like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, so forth and so on. You individuals who are Gen Xers will know of a lot of the 1980 films such as The Neverending Story and Labyrinth, and also Legend, starring a very young Tom Cruise. So look those up. And again, I'll put those in the description below. Wow, I've got a video to really put up today, don't I? Anyways, this definitely needs to be rotated. It has gone down quite a bit. I threw in a lot of organic material. I'm going to throw in some more carbon-based materials such as cardboard and newspaper. And if you throw newspaper inside your compost, be sure to throw the newspaper that doesn't have that lamination on it, you know, that glossy look. The worms don't like it. It's a chemical. It's not really healthy. You want natural ink, and preferably black and white ink, and it's the dry type of newspaper, and that will help with the structure of the soil. So that needs to be rotated. I'm going to add some more organic material, again, more carbon material. This is doing rather well. It has gone down some. Now this is basically all that material that was in this one broken down really, really well, and then transported over here to this pile. And then this gets changed into this. Check this out. This right here. Look at that. This actually got this. I know it, for those of you that are been in the field of agriculture and botany and things like that, you probably are well aware of this already, and it probably maybe it excites you as much as it excites me. But this was all newspaper, cardboard, coffee grounds, scraps from the garden, scraps from my kitchen, and other individuals who've allowed me to grab their organic material and put it in here. The grass clippings. Look at that. Do you not see this? Look at this. This is now soil. It's now soil. And any of you who grow gardens or grow vegetables and have garden beds are well aware that garden soil can be really expensive. And not just that, but it can also have other properties in it that aren't really healthy for soil, like chemicals and whatnot. And they also put in other materials in there that aren't really broken down yet, you know. I'm going to put a link in the description below as well to an individual who I've considered a mentor in the area of gardening, and I'm massively envious on how much they've grown, no pun intended, with their YouTube channel and with their homestead. They are a fantastic couple. You will see the description in, you'll see the link to their YouTube channel in the description below. All right, so forgive my exuberance. I've got a great deal of caffeine in my body. I need more blood in my caffeine stream, so bear with me. I want all of you to stay blessed, safe, sound, happy, healthy, most importantly, prosperous, and no more warring. We as a species, we're so much better than this now. We're one civilization. We're not distant, we're not separate, and this beating each other up has gone on long enough. I don't know if you agree, but I find it to be rather old already. Stay blessed, everybody, and much love. Be sure to like and subscribe. You hit that notification bell, and that way you can keep up to speed on all the new uploads that are going to be posted to this channel. Thank you once again, and please be safe.